What's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to make trotters. Trotters and sugar beans. But I'm going to do it the easier way. I'm going to use canned sugar beans. You can use the original sugar beans, but you've got to boil it. It takes quite a while. I did have to boil the trotters that I did yesterday, but I'll just click back to that yesterday's video right now. Okay, so here's the trotters we're going to use. Normally it's just comes in one big piece. I got the butcher to cut them into 3 pieces, but some of them into 4 pieces. It just depends on the sizes of the trotters. But the first thing we're going to do is use a pressure cooker to try and get it to soften up a bit. So I'm just basically going to try and speed up the boiling process because I am going to make it tomorrow. So we'll just switch that on. I'm just going to set it to meat for about 30 minutes. Let's add this in. Okay, there is quite a bit. So I'm just going to leave it on for 30 minutes. Let it soften up a bit. I'm using boiling water already. Let's just get all of that in. Next, let's go in with some rough salt. Now we'll use 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste. 2 tablespoons should be fine, because remember, we just don't want that smell everywhere in the house as well. Let's use a little bit of turmeric. 1 cinnamon stick, big enough cinnamon stick. We just want to just keep all the flavors nice and good. And some curry leaves, not necessary, but I'm just going to throw it in. Let's just try and mix that in. It goes everywhere. And remember, this is just the boiling process. We just want to get it nice and soft before we actually start with the cooking. And yeah, let's just close it up. Okay, so after the 30 minutes were up, I left it for another hour just to sit and stand in the water with the pressure still up. And yeah, it feels pretty much soft. Here we have 1 diced onion. It is this size exactly. And here we have 2 grated tomatoes. 2 medium tomatoes, that size. And that's what it makes. We've got bay leaf, chilies, and cinnamon sticks. And this is the broth from boiling it yesterday. It was in the fridge, so it's nice and thick. It is jelly-ish. And we will use some in the cooking later. And this is our trotters. It was in the fridge as well all night. So if you look at it, it is pretty much stiff because it's cold. But as soon as it heats up, it will get soft once again. The basics, we're going to start off with oil. And we're going to use this massive pot so it holds all of the trotters, the beans, and the gravy. Now I always start off with adding the onions, so we don't burn the other spices, and we just know when it's ready. As soon as it's golden brown. Let's mix that in. Now we can go ahead and add in the bay leaf and our cinnamon stick and 3 green chilies, or you can add more chili if you want, just depends on how you like the heat. Okay, now that the onions are nice and golden brown, you can go ahead and add in the grated tomatoes. Okay, now we can go in with the spices. 1 tablespoon of mixed masala. This one is mother-in-law masala. 1 tablespoon of Kashmir chili powder. That's going to make it a bit hot. Let's put a 1/4 tablespoon of turmeric. Give it a nice color. And about 1/2 tablespoon of jeera powder. And let's mix that in. Okay, now we can start adding the trotters into the mix. It looks all clumped together because it just came out of the fridge. But all that will change in just a moment. Okay, just one big clump. Let that heat up and it should all just melt up together. Let's try and turn it. But we're going to turn it gently because the meat is still so soft that it could just fall off the bone. And this is 2 kilograms of trotters. But remember, it's made up mainly of the knuckle bones. Okay, since I kept this in a separate container in the fridge, we're going to add this in. This came out from since when I was boiling it last night. Let's put that in. That should give it enough flavor before we add the beans in. So as you notice so far, I didn't put any salt in. The salt I put when I was boiling the trotters, firstly, that was yesterday. And since I'm using canned beans, it's already salted. So maybe I'll just add a touch of salt, not even 1/2 teaspoon, because then it will be over salty. But I'm probably going to use 3 cans because that's 2 kilos of trotters. But I'll add in 1 at a time and let's see how full it gets. Okay, let's go in with the first can. I know some people strain out the brine before they put it in, but in my case, I use it with But you're welcome to do whatever you like. If you want to remove the brine from inside, definitely do. But it actually gives it a nice taste. So that's the second can. Let's see if that's enough or we need to add one more can. And still you have to mix it gently because the meat can just come off the bone. So it definitely needs another can. Probably 3 or 4 cans, but I'm just going to use 3 today. And this can feed quite a bit of people. I didn't shake this one. So if you don't shake it, normally just gets stuck. Yep, everything's out. Let's mix that in and leave it to boil for 15 minutes on low, medium to low heat. And that should be it. Then it should be ready. And we'll taste test. And let's not forget to add some curry leaves or coriander. Just depends what you like for some nice curry aroma.